Group 2 Yorkshire Cup is the highlight on the final day at York's Dante meeting. And Paul, you've gone for a horse that hasn't won in 9 starts. That's a span of 2.5 years. Have you lost your mind?
Hopefully not. Okay, I admit it. It might not rate as the most obvious betting opportunity normally, but the recent form of Purple Moon probably only tells part of the story. You've got to bear in mind, Phil, he's missed out on 3 Group 1 victories by an aggregate distance of about a length.
Yep.
And he's got an excellent chance of putting the record straight here. If you look at the form, his last victory was over course and distance when he won the Ebor Handicap in 2007. Since then, Purple Moon's finished a half-length second in the Melbourne Cup, a short head second in the Hong Kong Vase, and a short net third in the Dubai Shima Classic. That's absolutely rock-solid, world-class form, you could argue. Now, after that run in the Shima Classic, Purple Moon was off the track for, well, actually more than a year, and he clearly needed the run when he returned in the John Porter Stakes at Newbury last month. That was shown by the fact he finished 12.5 lengths 7th to Harbinger. That's not his normal form. But even then, that run gives him the edge over Clarence in this race, and she's unlikely to find the ground at York to her liking anyway, and also Oasis Knight, who for my money hasn't found his form again from last year. Now, the horse who finished second in the John Porter, Manifest, he's a different proposition. He's only having the 5th run of his life here, and he's open to all sorts of improvement, I'll admit that to you now. And he rates a big danger. Another one has to be Kitewood, who's second in the St Leger last year, and he could be another, as I say, another danger, but only if he's ready to do himself justice first time out this year, and the Godolphin horses have been a little bit in and out, so I'm really not sure.
We all know that it isn't an exact science to picking a horse. Paul, some people like to follow jockeys. Who are we looking at that's on form here?
Well, Philip Robinson, now he's one of the senior guys, but don't put that against him for any reason. He's made a bit of a belated start to the season because he had a slightly dodgy hip. He had to have some surgery on that. But trust me now, he's in red hot form. In fact, he's got a strike rate of around about 40% for this month. But you still need the horse. You can't do it without the horse.
Exactly.
But Decorative looks just the one for him in the sportingbet.com Fillies Stakes. Another one, she's open to plenty of improvement. She only had 1 run last season as a 2-year-old. It was in a maiden at Yarmouth, but she won by 4 lengths. Now, what was she beating? Well, sometimes it doesn't mean a lot, but the 2nd, 3rd, 5th and 6th have all subsequently won, so that looks pretty good for me.
And just moving over to Newbury, the Swettenham Stud Fillies' trial stakes. Who do you fancy in this one?
Well, this race sometimes throws up an Oaks filly, and it may do so again with Pollinator. Now, her run in the 1,000 guineas, forget it. That race was decided by the draw. She was on the wrong side of the track. Frankly, she never stood a chance. But if you look at her form in the Mayhill Stakes last year, that looks good enough for me.
There you have it. Paul's clearly lost his mind picking a horse that hasn't won in 9 races. But stay tuned and you might find out who the winner is.